Welcome to Comics League Live. I am Jared, and I'm here with the boys. I got Nick, Teladia, and Tevya. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
So today we are doing sort of an update stream, and by the way, we will have some other guests popping in, hopefully later on the stream. But so I just want to start. First off, I want to start off the stream by dropping this.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Because we're talking about, yeah, that's like my favorite clip I have. So what I wanted to bring up is that it's supremely likely, based upon the other notices that from Discovery, that that the SnyderVerse is going to be restored, or at least the story is going to be completed. So
the Dark Side story is going to be finished, funny.
Yeah, the Dark Side story is gonna like happen like a movie based heavily on Final Crisis, which I know Zack Snyder can somehow make that storyline more understandable than it is, because if you've ever read Final Crisis, it's the most confusing storyline DC has ever put out.
Yeah, I read that story. I was confused. What did I read? But wait, how did this connect to this? Who are the Martins? What's happening? What? Dark Side's not understood complete, but the Martin stuff? It's super confusing. It's like,
dude, you have to do homework to understand Final Crisis.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% sure that Snyder can like explain it, because he's known for being able to like break down complicated storylines into like easily understandable chunks. Case in point, Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen on the complicated story.
Oh, it's such a good. So now so I brought in my boys. My Snyder boys and a couple of others who are coming in, so to just talk about first off, why we think it's likely that the SnyderVerse is coming back and everything. What are the signs and how we think it's going to end? So actually, I'm going to start with Teladia on this one, since he has all the big SnyderVerse stuff. Yeah. So all right, Teladia, take it away.
So what I've learned is that Walt Hamada is no longer at WBD.
He's going. I thought he was still, and that he threatened to go.
No, he threatened to go, but
after the back.
He's gonna be on a holiday vacation, basically a month holiday vacation, as us guys call it. Holiday vacation, 1 month, and then he'll be out that door in October.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
So he's out, but he's not really out. So are you saying he's Schrodinger's fired?
Yeah, so he's basically fired. Like, everyone knows that.
And because you mentioned Hamada, sorry, I gotta drop this.
Why did you say that name?
So
you invoke the name.
Yes.
Sorry to do it, but I'm sorry.
Okay.
So he's fired, but not fired. But fired, and wait, I'm confused. I thought he said he was gonna quit after the Batman movie got canceled. I thought he was still.
He was threatening to, I think.
Yes.
No, he threatened to leave after the Batgirl movie was canceled, and Mike DeLuca was like, "Nope, you're not leaving. No, that's not happening." But
not yet, anyway.
So I think behind the scenes, he is going to be very, very quiet for at least a month. You're not going to hear from him, nothing, right? And he hasn't got power over about DC films anymore. That's all down to
Thank God for that.
Zavlov just walked into Hamada's office. He had a big stack of cash, like it literally like a cartoon with like the money dollar symbol on it. Plopped it on his desk and gave him an NDA and said, "Get the F out of here."
Oh, by the way, you know what's kind of funny, Nick? I have a clip of that. So this is live security cam footage of Zaslav interacting with Hamada. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Yep.
Oh.
What is up, Daryl? What's up? So yeah, that's actual security camera footage of Zaslav walking into Hamada's office going, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Who the heck did you have to bribe to get that footage?
So begins the end.
Let's just say I have my sources at Warner Brothers. I'm like Grace Randolph. I have my sources.
Why do you say that name?
But unlike Grace Randolph,
Why did you say that name?
Thank you, Teladia. I'm like, she who must not be named, except I'm accurate in my information.
Well, indeed.
So, what else you got for us, Teladia?
Well, we know one thing, right?
Mhm.
Think he's gone. Now, the next thing that we gotta talk about is the SnyderVerse and how potentially the 10-year plan, what we could get is solo films through Black Adam, through Shazam, through Aquaman. You know how they're gonna basically build on it, because at the moment on the earnings call, that's what they talked about. They talked about Shazam, they talked about Black Adam, they talked about thing, and they did mention Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And who's the cameos in all those three films?
Batman,
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, right. So, and from what I heard from Mikey Sutton, as well, he was saying that according to from what he was told, is that Seven Bucks Productions wants to be a part of the DC Studios, the Council of DC Studios, the big franchise for his for their agents, which is Henry Cavill and The Rock, which is big.
Baby.
Which is big.
can you smell what Warner Brothers is cooking?
You can't handle the truth.
But I want the truth. Nothing but the truth. So
But
help
you
me
can't.
God.
So help you God, yeah. But you can't handle it, Nick.
I mean, Mikey's been right for the last I don't know how long, but he's been right for such
Pretty
a long
much on
time.
everything, actually, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is that all you got, or you got more?
Oh, I got a couple of more things to say.
Drop it up.
Okay, so as you guys know, this week was a big week for WWD, but also in video games. Gotham Knights, big drop.
Yeah.
They dropped the skins, and they also dropped a 60-minute trailer. Plus, now we got an exclusive cinematic cutscene between Nightwing and Batgirl at the Belfry.
Yep.
It looks really good.
It looks
Speaking
really,
of
really good.
nice.
speaking of Gotham Knights, something else
Yeah.
happened to a different Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! About time.
Oh, yeah,
Segue. Can I just get like a heck yeah for that awesome segue?
Oh, I can give you this for an awesome segue. I don't know. It's not the same thing as a heck yeah, but it's close.
A man.
Honestly,
Yes.
that's better. So
There you go.
Yeah, and it's what I was gonna say is that CW's Gotham Knights is cancelled.
Thank God. I can't believe that was
Well,
ever
yeah,
like authorized.
Exactly. Hang on, I want to show you what they want me.
All right. What we got?
Yeah, because I did the research on this, and that's not entirely true. To clarify, at the Eric Davis says, and I quote, to clarify, I don't know if it canceled. My saying yes, it's a question was because I was reading all the comment underneath the question that said yes, so I assumed that it was already canceled. So yeah, I we just said, I said, wait, is it canceled or not?
But it's gonna be canceled. It's gonna be canceled.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cancelled regardless because people think, and people are talking about the video games like, oh, it's the Gotham Knights cancelled. I'm like, and the devs had to come out and say, no, the game isn't cancelled, but the TV show is cancelled. In my opinion, they're not gonna go anywhere.
I hope it is canceled. We did one show that not need to come to life. Look at this.
It's
Shoot.
karma. It's karma
Hey,
for
yeah.
them.
Hey,
I'm trying to keep it PG. I really am, but
Jared,
it's
don't you have some leaked leaked footage of David Zaslav charging into the CW to cancel Gotham Knights?
Oh, actually, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do actually. I love that.
I love that clip.
We got 2 comments. So, in the words of unfailing logic, Kato Kesman appears before me and told me that God really exists. Okay, no one asked for that TV show. That is true.
Indeed.
That is true, PK. No one asked for any shows in the CW. Really, when you think about it, no one asked for that entire network.
Well, technically, that never was made because of a deal between WB and CBS. because that network had to transition with WB at the Warner Bros. Kids. But then that got changed thanks to a deal between CBS, and they said, screw it, we're going to combine both networks. I mean, not combine with networks, but combine it with one channel and make it into CW. It's a whole legal thing, and it's kind of complicated, but it would only make just at a not streaming device, more at a platform for our network to get their show on that channel.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, you have WB, you have CBS, and I think some other channel. I don't remember which it won't come with the next. I think there's a history about it, not on Wikipedia, but I explain more of it than I can. But it would never make money.
Well, of course, it never. I love how they basically sold it for $0. Yeah, that's how you know you messed up right there.
I mean,
that made of treating sales.
I think the deal exactly was the people who bought it assumed $100 million of CW's debt in exchange, kind of thing. So it's not technically $0, but it's kind of like negative 100 million, really. Kind of.
Yep.
Well, so Teladia, what else you got? Keep feeding it. This is great.
Well, there is the Multiverses Evil Championships is happening right now as we speak. And
I heard about
Multiverses is such a good game.
It's such a good game.
I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
So, and what I was gonna say is that within Multiverses, mods are now a thing. We've got we got Man of Steel mod, we got the black suited Superman mod, we've got the
Goku
mod,
Sonic John mod.
Walter White.
No,
There's no.
Okay.
You can literally play as Walter White in Multiverses.
Yeah. Really? Oh man, that is so good. So you're telling me you can break the game badly?
You can play online with those mods, but you have
no idea how on the nose that statement actually is, my friend.
No, there's no story mode.
Oh, dang.
No story mode.
That's a wasted opportunity, right? I was wondering that too.
Imagine Rick and Morty interacting with Arya Stark. That would be so great.
Or Rick and Morty interacting with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
The reason behind it.
Sorry.
I was gonna say the reason behind it is because WB made it a free-to-play game,
Oh.
right? And
that's true.
a lot of microtransactions, right? If they wanted the story, they would have made it a $30 or $40 game. That's the way it is, and it's not. It's a free-to-play game. So, but the mods are so cool that they got the Michael Keaton Batman mod in the game as well.
Well,
now I have one question. So for the Michael Keaton meme, do they promise he's going to be in 2 other stages and then they cut 2 stages? That was just low-hanging fruit, guys.
Well, indeed.
You got me there. You got me. There you go. And then they cancel one map when it's completed. I'm sorry. I got to do this.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Can we
I can't believe you got me there.
Zaslav as a character in Multiverses and make him be
dude. Zaslav has the powers of all of the characters because he's all powerful and he throws money.
Yeah.
He throws money.
And have to take him down.
Zaslav should be Iron Giant, hands down.
No.
That should be like a skin for No, he should be a skin for Superman.
No, I think Zack Snyder should be Superman.
Oh yes, can you imagine if they had Zack Snyder as a character?
No.
No, I got.
Wait.
Oh my fucking.
What you got, Nick? What's up?
No, nothing. No, that's fine.
That's all right. What you got, Tevya?
Yeah, I actually got a better idea. Having Walt Hamada and a mod as one character and have Zack Snyder be a Superman punching in the sun.
You had to mention Walter.
Why did you say that, Dad?
You had to mention.
Walter. You know what Multiverse? I have Zack Snyder Superman, and have Walt Hamada be one of the weaker characters, and have Zack Snyder Superman punching at the stage.
That would be so good. I would pay more money to see that one. So I actually have a little scoop that I'm gonna drop on here. It's reportedly rumored that Discovery really wants Henry is working hard to get our boy Henry Cavill back in the Cape. So that's the best news. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and drop this.
Now
So,
we should. By the way, we should take this as facts, guys. Take it as a rumor.
But it's being reported by multiple, like, I would say, more reputable people. So
yeah.
So
But it's
take
really-
your required amount of salt with this rumor. Your required grains of salt. But mostly, yeah, it's probably right.
yeah, it's probably is. But I also have one more clip I want to show, and this is actually live footage from Hamada's office, actually, when he was brought in by when David Zaslav walked in and talked about Hamada's universe.
The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
That was essentially David Zaslav canceling Batgirl.
Best clip ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
no. There is one clip that is better. It's quite impressive, or lack thereof.
Oh yeah, I'll play one more and then we'll actually give, because I don't want the show to be us just watching clips all day. But here you go.
Not impressed.
The best Superman moment of all time on any movie. Fight me on that. I don't care.
No lies detected. No lies
So
detected.
now what I want to say, now I want to bring up. So it's kind of funny today. I want to tell you guys this. So I was checking comments on a few of my videos, and people dropped in the usual, like, Marvel versus DC, like Marvel solos DC, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. Explain to me why your universe has Thor: Love and Thunder.
I can like Thor: Love and Thunder. I think the movie is a fun movie. Is it perfect? Heck no. But you know what? I think it was a good movie for what I saw. I don't think about it before.
That I'm gonna have to. I don't have a clip for that one, but that actually, yes, I do. I'm using a clip I normally use for when Nick angers me, because that is the hottest take. That is the Human Torch of hot takes right there.
Oh.
But my point. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
I just said flame on.
Yeah, exactly. So. The other thing that I really want to discuss right now. Okay, so how will the SnyderVerse be restored? Because I doubt that, because we all know that Zaslav says he has his 10-year plan. Which, first off, it's so nice to hear someone from Warner Brothers saying how much of a priority DC is, and to see it as its own studio, and to hear them actually say the words, "I have a plan." I know that the old regime did kind of say that, but I believe Zaslav more than I do Anne frickin' Sarnoff. Yeah, go ahead, Tevya.
Yeah, but I heard this song there before with the 10-year plan stuff, and last time we heard this quote was from 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015, when they had all the movies. So I'm not going to bully as Zaslav. I don't know if it's true or not, because the last time I heard the 10-year plan, we got Jack and shoot. So
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing is that I don't think it's going to be like a straight like restoration. No, it's not going to be like there's going to be like heavy changes to the SnyderVerse for the story, because, and Zach himself said this, because he told us the whole story about what happens. So obviously he's going to change a lot of story details. Now the rumor is, actually Teladia can really testify to this a little more. What storyline is really going to be like the final storyline for the SnyderVerse before like it gets rebooted?
Final Crisis.
It has to be Final Crisis.
It's literally in the name.
It's literally Final
Crisis will be the story to do it.
I think it's Final Crisis because there's two reasons. Firstly, they're gonna reboot the universe.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like if they're gonna once they've done a 10-year plan, like after Ben Affleck is done,
Yeah.
Gal Gadot is done, Henry Cavill is done, then they can work on something else, right? Which is a new 52 universe.
Oh,
Makes
yes,
sense.
please give me that right now.
Makes
No.
sense.
I'm sorry, Tevya. The new 52 was my era of DC Comics. I'm gonna die on that hill and say that the new 52 Superman was the best version of Superman that's ever been done, short of Zack Snyder's version.
You are lucky this is your own show. Otherwise, you're.
No,
Otherwise,
I'm sorry, Tevya. Sorry, Tevya.
if
No.
this was my show, you would be getting an FU barred right now. So just realize that, okay?
You're getting an
reset. But by the way,
do you mind if I say something?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was going to say that Zaslav did say reset. He didn't say reboot. A lot of people are getting a misconception between reboot and reset. What he means on the business aspect is resetting everything, meaning so there's going to be a lot more quality over quantity.
In other words, the way I took that statement, I said this on the other two capes a little while back, is that he means they're going to reboot the and yes, Tevya brought this up. Plus, Final Crisis wasn't a reboot, so if they're going to do Final Crisis, that's a bad idea. But anyway, so I took reset as Zaslav saying we're going to reset how we approach making these movies, not so much like the overall storyline going with DC, because let's be honest, anyone looking at the way Warner Brothers has handled DC films for the past, 10 years can tell you they have some monumental screw-ups. And by the way,
yeah, suck at Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
there you go. That's what they deserve. There you go.
Literally, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers have to listen to their fans, but they never do.
Isn't that funny? You actually have to tell people to listen to their paying customers.
Yeah.
What a radical concept.
I know, right?
Indeed.
In a capitalist system, we have to actually tell people to pay attention to the audience, to the people that actually buy stuff. Isn't that funny?
Indeed.
It's really funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to screen share something out there. Final Crisis.
Yeah, sure.
Because I minute before Final Crisis had a story, so it's confusing, but it does at the Batman done obviously the Dark Side, but then it would go back in time. But Final Crisis had a whole. It wasn't even a reboot. It was more of a soft reboot.
It wasn't even a soft reboot because I don't think anything changed though.
Yeah, nothing. The only thing that changed was Mark Manhunter's death, which that happened. And then we have Batman dying, kind of, but then it got sent back in time.
Wait. It's not only that. Grant Morrison pulls the most Grant Morrison thing ever. He's like, oh, actually what happened is that we replaced Batman with a clone, and the clone is the one that was Superman was holding that was disintegrated, and then Batman somehow was sent back in time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grant. This really helps me.
and then they read a through tie-in with that connect to Superboy Prime.
Oh yes, That's a character I want to see in a movie at some point. Superboy. Can you imagine an Infinite Crisis movie with Superboy Prime destroying all of the Justice League members like he did in the book?
I don't think that would happen.
It would be pretty cool.
It won't happen, but but it's something to hope for. And I see
dream, right?
Well, let me put it this way: we're SnyderVerse fans. We're used to dreaming for stuff that seems unlikely at first.
Yeah, like I've been begging with you to do an Infinite Crisis anime movie for years, and it shocked me we have not get this story. But then here's the everyone to do the story.
Here's the problem, though. Do you think the general audiences would buy Superboy Prime punching his way out of reality?
No.
Yeah,
the image.
Yeah. They would have to cut that entire part out because there's no way the average audience is going to get that.
Yeah, that would be more confusing.
So I'm going to go around the panel starting with me and then Nick and then to Tevya and then Teladia. And then we're going to talk about how we think the SnyderVerse will be restored. Now, the way I think it's going to work is that, and this is all post-Flash. We know they're working on the Flash to fix up the ending. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to the Flash is essentially going to put what happens in JL2 and 3 in motion. And then in other words, when Barry returns to his timeline, the limo pulls up and Ben Affleck Batman steps out. And then he steps out to monumental applause because everyone loves Ben Affleck Batman. And then I think Justice League 2 would be pretty much that storyline. And really, the story of Justice League 2 and 3, I don't think have to change that much to align with Final Crisis, because when you look at the storyboards, that's pretty much Final Crisis, except on a larger scale, like Endgame style scale. It's very heavily inspired by, and that's why a lot of people were saying, is he coming back at Thanksgiving when he posted that turkey with the absolute Final Crisis in the background.
Yeah. Also, remember during the story where we had a stupid idea of Snyder that Superman Rhodes went in Cincinnati.
Oh no! He undid that. He undid that because even he admitted that having Batman be the father of Lois's kid is stupid. He was like, nope, not doing that. I think he even undid that. I think he even undid that before they started filming Justice League 2. So even he knew that was dumb.
Oh thank God! I'm happy I'm glad that they changed that, because that would drive me insane.
But them changing the movie in such a way is going to be a good thing, I think, personally.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think new storyboards, new story arc they could tell. I mean, still have Darkseid involved. I think Final Crisis would make sense. If Ben Affleck is done, then that would make sense.
It'll be a perfect send-off for him.
It'd be a really good send-off. But in
At
terms
least
of
give
how,
him like a 1 or 2 solo Batfleck movies first, like Jesus.
And they can put Batgirl in that movie.
I mean,
well, with the Batman movie canceled, will we get that?
Well, let me put it this way. That's another thing I'm confident of, is that we are going to get the Ben Affleck Batman movie. And then since Warner Brothers has said they want to work with Leslie Grace in the future, I consider, and Batgirl is like one of the main characters of the Ben Affleck Batman movie. Yeah, absolutely. They'll put her in there.
Yeah, I could actually totally see them using like Ben Affleck's Batman to set up the new Batgirl. Like that I could totally see them doing that.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious because remember, it's like Michael Keaton is supposed to be in that movie, and then Ben Affleck is like, "Nope, I'm here." Right, we have some comments. So seeing how Lois was told to be pregnant, especially Clark in the Snyder Cut, it was obvious enough that people should stop complaining about it. Yeah,
that's true.
People have to stop bringing that up because guess what? It's changed. It's not the story.
Yep, that guy doing that. Thank God. Oh.
My boy Daryl Taylor says Superboy was the old school DC fanboy who had a problem with the way heroes were acting. He means Superboy Prime in Infinite Crisis.
Not Superboy.
Yeah, and he could not understand why they would work with anti-heroes and was behind the times. Yeah, exactly, and that's part of the
point of the story.
Yeah, that's the point of the story, and that's part of what made Superboy Prime such a great character. I love there's this tie-in for Blackest Night where he's reading the exact comic that you're reading right now. So by inception, he's reading himself. I'm like, is he doing the comic also reading the same comic? How deep does this go? It's so freaky.
Over here in the store, the actor starts to wait. Wait. I know you're a reader. Wait, are you talking?
The weird part is that it's written by Jeff Johns and not Grant Morrison, because it seems like a Grant Morrison thing he would do.
It's very meta.
So now actually I want to transition to Nick. So Nick, if you were in charge of like restoring the SnyderVerse, how would you do it?
We're talking in-universe story-wise, right?
In-universe story-wise, with what we have now and in these rules.
Well, Zaslav said he wants to like kind of mimic what Marvel did, so I'm gonna use that as my basis for what I said. Basically, redo a Phase 1 style Marvel thing, which is basically do solo films for your heroes that all lead up to a big film, like Justice League Part 2, or whatever. So what that means is you do your Aquaman, you do your Flash. Basically, at the end of Flash, it's revealed that Barry has a new body, and it's not Ezra Miller's body, and it's not Grant Gustin's
either. Thank you.
I was trying to play ball, okay? I was trying to play ball. It's actually Christopher Lloyd's body, but
The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
I should change that so Henry Cavill says Grant Gustin's butt is dead. Bury it. Consider this
honestly,
mercy.
as much as I reference Grant Gustin, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
The actor.
I mean,
Also, you need to make a meme that says, "Stop trying to make Grant Gustin as Flash a thing. It's not going to be a thing." Like,
plus, here's the thing, Nick. I hate to tell you this. Zaslav is not going to cast the star of a failed show to be the Flash in the movies.
I know. It's just a meme. It's a meme at this point.
Yeah, I know it's a meme. I know because so many people think it would be easily transferable.
And also, me bringing it up is a meme. So I'm just doing it for the lulz at this point.
Yeah, I know, and it brings me this.
All right. So anyway,
Go on.
A new body that is not Ezra Miller or Grant Gustin or Christopher Lloyd and neither of those three. So you basically do your Batfleck movie, you do your Wonder Woman, you do all the solo movies that you need. Obviously, Blue Beetle. I guess Blue Beetle's going to join the Justice League. I guess given how things are going. So, and then you kind of just do that, lead up to the event film. I think probably going with the anti-life equation story is probably the best bet. And then have the Phase 2 lead to Final Crisis.
That works. I guess.
That could work.
And then they do an endgame style thing where all different versions come up and Grant Gustin comes on. Suck it.
No, they're not going to do that because they're not going to do that multiverse in the actual movie, dude. They're not doing that. And by the way, one more time, I will give you that.
The bat is dead. Bury it.
There you go. That's buried. I love the way Henry Cavill says that. He's like, the bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy. And by the way, Nick, I'm going to give you an extra clip just for being annoying with that Grant Gustin thing.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, right. That's what he yells after Superman punches him and he goes flying through the boom tube.
And then one of them shows his head off.
Yeah. All right. So is that it, Nick?
I mean, it's pretty simple, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty simple. You have a. Oh, by the way, thank you. I keep telling people on Facebook that casting TV actors for certain movies does not work. True. It doesn't work because it's a different occasion. I'm sorry, Tevya, you wanted to add something?
Well, sometimes yes and I know, but whenever Carl Urban, he went away on the TV show, I think it worked. Sometimes.
Yeah. There's a rare occasion where it works.
Yeah.
I just think that the people from the CW, because the CW doesn't attract that great talent. Granted, there are exceptions. Like I like the current Superman on that show. In that thing, he's fantastic.
I love that show.
Oh yes, and remember they had Brandon Routh as Superman, as Kingdom Come for freaking Superman.
That cartoon would have made. Well, the Batman episode was bad, but here's the thing about it: we did get two good things. One, Bernard Superman. Two, Kevin Conroy Batman.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I love that. Yeah. And plus, of course, the Batwoman episode is going to be horrible. You know why? Because it's a Batwoman episode.
True. But so, we did Kevin Conroy on the bonus.
So, yeah. So, Nick, I like that suggestion. You definitely... It definitely actually aligns with what Zach's plan is. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Teladia, but after Justice League 1, it was going to be a bunch of solo movies until JL2.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the plan.
It was going to be...
I think Aquaman was the first one.
Aquaman, it was going to be Cyborg, there was going to be Flash, Shazam, and there was going to be Green Lantern Corps movie as well.
Oh boy, that's not happening, I guarantee. Yeah. But yeah, and yeah, so it was going to be more of like solo movies because at that point you have the Justice League, so you can start establishing these characters. And by the way, Tevya generously picked up this. This was the original plan. Remember when there was like a Nightwing movie?
Oh yeah, that wasn't a movie. We forgot about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never know. There still might be one. I mean, they need to if they need to get the female voters in. They just put
That's
some
true.
guy in a
Yeah,
tight
we
suit.
also got to get a cyborg movie. That's not happening anytime
But
soon.
here's the thing, though, and this is interesting, and I was talking to Snyder Queen about this. Isn't it interesting how if you go to HBO Max, you know how it plays little clips when like you hover over the DC space?
Yes.
So it plays like Zack Snyder's Trinity, Aquaman, and then Ray Fisher's Cyborg shows up.
Yep.
Might I add,
Yeah.
this is the first time
Yeah.
Ray Fisher's Cyborg has been promoted on that platform.
Exactly why it's huge. We get that. We get that. So that's one thing. But then we combine that with the Zack Snyder appearance on Teen Titans Go, which is about the only episode of Teen Titans Go that I will be watching multiple times.
I'll watch that episode only for Zack Snyder.
Guys,
Yeah, we'll do a review about it. What's up, Nick?
I have some breaking news.
What's up?
She who must not be named has been reportedly offered $10 million to star in an adult movie.
Oh
What?
boy.
Wait,
She who must
what?
not be named.
your kid are you serious?
You're joking, right?
I mean, do you want me to hold my phone up to the screen?
No, but
Josh?
no.
Link us in Discord.
No,
Link us
no,
in-
no, 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 no. It's no news.
Oh, are you kidding me? You are kidding me.
Oh,
I know what that is. Amber Heard will point over 10 million to start.
oh my gosh.
What the?
Oh my, is that serious?
Yes,
What?
that is you.
I would drop the. I would. Oh, by the way, I have a perfect drop for this. You ready?
So begins the end.
Okay.
What? How did that? Oh, I know what
Well, you know
happened.
why? She can't really. She kind of screwed up and that she can't pay the money she owes Johnny Depp.
True. The whole case within Evan Amber. Well, it was in a trial. But my God, it was depressing to watch that trial. That trial was depressing.
It was
I'm glad
very
Johnny
depressing.
Depp won. I'm glad he won that case.
Oh yeah. So now,
Truth.
Truth's here. Truth, what is up, my brother? What's up?
I knew the truth was out there.
The truth shall set you free. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, the truth.
Yeah, I just want to drop you in, brother. If you want the clip, if you want to hop in and hang out, let me know. So now I want to transition to all right, Tevya. How would you do the SnyderVerse? Now, bear in mind, here are two rules. I brought this up to the other guys. You can only use. It has to be taking place after Flash. So Flash has already happened. You can change the ending to Flash however you want because it's in flux. So you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And just go. And by the way, it can include a Super Sons movie. I know you're going to go with a Super Sons movie. Actually, you know what? All right. We'll include a Super. But here's the thing, though. Actually, can't include these Super Sons because the movie ends with the baby still being in Lois.
Oh yeah. Dang it. Okay.
That could be the first movie after Flashpoint. How's that? All right.
Yeah, that could work.
All right. So go on.
Okay. After Flashpoint, we reduce it. We said, but we keep Ant-Man dominant. Obviously, we keep him intact because obviously they're not going to be more keen. I know I'm probably reading, but I would have Supergirl still exist. But here's the thing: you still keep the actor for Supergirl, but you don't have a movie yet. Say that movie after you do Man of Steel 2. After you do Man of Steel 2, then you got Supergirl, right? You can have Supergirl after later. Meanwhile, we have the Green Lantern movie. Okay, we get Jon Stewart after the end to be the main Green Lantern. That story.
Yeah, we need Jon Stewart. Absolute Jon Stewart.
Yeah, keep that to Jon Stewart.
Ryan Reynolds pops
Flash.
up.
What did we get?
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds is going to pop up. Absolutely. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm not doing Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, the movie was not his fault. It was the terrible writing.
Sure, the movie was not his fault. No, but I think he's fine Deadpool. He's fine Deadpool right now, so
He'd come back for Zach. You kidding me?
Both.
that is true. But oh yeah, do 103, and then I know how to do keep Captain Marvel back. Keep Shazam. Keep Shazam attack.
Yeah, 100%. Keep Shazam. I love Shazam.
Yeah, I love that movie. And I'm very excited for the sequel. Black Adam. We don't need a sequel. Get your JSA.
Here's an idea. I'm sorry, I mean Georgia, but I just had this great idea. JLA versus JSA.
Genius!
Dude!
That's a good story.
Solo movie. A solo Dr. Fate movie starring Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely.
Of course,
but dude,
yeah.
imagine how epic a civil war is between the JSA and the JLA, dude. It's like Avengers versus X-Men, but on steroids.
It is, yeah. But I don't want to fight each other because I love this character. No, we're not gonna fight no. Wait, how do I fight with the that's the Legion of Doom?
Oh, it's Legion of Doom works.
What part of Snyder plan? So have the JSA JLA team up to fight against the Legion of Doom and some old JSA villains. Kind of like Stargirl did TV show, but do it at a more grander scale.
And I have an idea too. So obviously when they restore the SnyderVerse, and heavy emphasis on when, because it's going to happen. So we know that Amber Heard shows up in the nightmare scene. So let's say they decide to replace her. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Teladia.
Do not mention that name.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I did it. So you know what?
Why did you say that name?
So she who must not be named is in the nightmare scene. So let's actually replace her with a JSA character. Who do you think would be cool in the nightmare scene? My vote's on Hawkman.
Amelia Clark. Replace her with Amelia Clark.
No, but and Nick, I'm talking about if we have to replace Mara as a character. You know, in other words, just in the nightmare scene, not in Aquaman, just in the nightmare scene. Because remember, Aquaman's dead in this timeline.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
All right, Teladia, what's up?
Black Adam.
No, that's too.
No, that
because here's why. He's too powerful. We need someone that's not as powerful as Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on the same planet as
Deathstroke, we have
Superman.
Joker, we have Batman, we have Flash.
But Teladia, here's the thing.
Cyclone. Use Cyclone.
Still a little too powerful, I think. Kind of. Because
dang it.
I wouldn't do Doctor Strange because magic, but
Doctor Fate.
Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate, jeez. But that's a hell of a fortune sleep. But by the way, but so Teladia, it can't be Black Adam because the whole on the JSA, Nick, because the whole thing about the nightmare timeline is that the whole reason why they have to go back in time is because they can't beat Superman. So if they have someone that can beat Superman.
And they need to stop Darkseid from destroying the entire world.
But you get my point. It's like they can't have someone that can go toe to toe with Superman. What's the point of sending Barry back in time?
I got one other character that I know.
All right, go ahead.
That would be Dr. Fate.
But magic
defeats Billy Kryptonian.
No, it can hurt Superman. It can hurt him, but not kill him.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Okay, I'll go with that.
We need to kind of dispel a myth here. Superman is not weak against magic. He just has no immunity or defenses against it. Magic
so he's like everyone.
Superman, the same level affects everyone else.
Oh, I know Zatanna. Like have Zatanna in that.
You can do Zatanna, I get. Even though she's, I'll allow that because I want to see Zatanna in live action. She's one of my favorite DC characters, like of all time, and she's actually one of my favorite characters in Young Justice.
Same.
You just want to see those fish.
No, not that, dude. It's just because she's never been in a live action movie. I'm really pissed that J.J. Abrams couldn't get work done to get a Zatanna project. They pay him millions of dollars, and he hasn't done anything.
We did not get JLJ Dark after so many years of development hook. For nothing, I'm trying to keep PD. I know you want to give.
You can say hell. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. After so much development hell with that thing, we are jack and shoot for that thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the Superman movie he was supposed to produce, I'm like, I'm very happy that hasn't gone anywhere because I have. What's up, Teladia?
It's a Ghana Superman. J.J. Abrams. Oh, Jar Jar Abrams.
Easy Codes.
Oh, actually.
He said Jar Jar Abrams.
He said Jar Jar. I'm gonna give you a special clip. Here's how the fan base reacted to the J.J. Abrams Superman.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, there you go.
I guess
Get
I
the-
guess you could say this whole project just
Wait,
was just like what's such a flyby.
Yeah.
Jared, get it right.
Yeah.
It's called Jar Jar. There's a reason why we call him Jar Jar for a reason.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to keep using this clip.
Why did you say that name?
This clip is when you said Jar Jar, so
Well, yeah.
I mean,
but
I didn't think of Walter Hamada.
dude. You know what? I can't do it anymore because then the whole stream is gonna be just that clip. So
the whole stream will get taken down.
No, but the reason why I say it is because he made Star Wars a film. So think about it.
actually, you
Yeah,
mean he
wait,
made
wait.
2/3 of a Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember, he made Force Awakens first, then the second movie was right there, Ryan Johnson, I think.
Or you mean Ruin Johnson is what you mean, really?
Yeah, him. But here's the weird thing about it. Like his other movies, like Looper, was good.
Yeah.
But when it brought back it all comes ahead. That's why I don't understand. Like, how the heck they screwed this up?
There's some
Yeah.
people that for some reason can't write with these properties. I
Yeah,
don't
I get
understand this, but they're great. Right? I've seen the first 2 episodes of Lost. I haven't really gotten that far in that rabbit hole. I plan to.
Yeah.
But besides that, all right. So
Yeah.
that's
J.J. Abrams is really good about posing questions. He just really sucks at answering.
He's
them.
not good
That's
at answering
true.
questions at all. Yeah.
So
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So Tevya, is that your DCEU plan, and that's it's gonna end? Can I take a wild guess on how your thing will end? It'll end
Yeah.
with Damian and John Kent being born at the exact same time. The last image will be the Super Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly,
Yeah,
I would so go see a live action Super Sons movie, dude.
obviously, but that's the end of my plan. But no, I still have one more card left.
Okay, go ahead.
We do set the JSA Black Adam.
Okay.
It's one people out as the anti-hero. Fine. As much as I'm not a fan of that idea, I'm a fan of him as a villain. You want to give me an anti-hero work for the Marvel family? Fine. I'll let that go at least for a little while, at least until the with reboots.
Okay.
But after we do all the movie now, even though I don't want to have a movie, we don't need to have a movie, so we find a way with the Jet Degree.
Okay.
After we set everything up with the entire universe, then we go to Jet Degree 2, which sets up that nightmare timeline, even though I'm not bad nightmare timeline, the nightmare timeline does make sense because first Snyder with the plan. So Darkseid Lives, he killed everyone.
Yeah, he says kill every. By the way, I have a clip of that. I'm gonna play that clip right now. It's basically where is it? That moment when you have so many clips you can't find anything. Oh yeah. I love how he did the Omega beams. That is
cool.
because I was wondering what that was gonna look like again, and then Snyder nails it.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like Darkseid get the anti-life equation. I saw in that Martian. Oh yeah, I forgot about Martian Manhunter. I completely forgot. Dang it!
Should he have his own movie? Does Martian Manhunter really need a movie?
Yeah, he don't need a movie, but we did see him at the Snyder cut. So how much Manhunter wanted to do like at the end of the window cut, even though it was re-mentioned, but I can't like much Manhunter in the window version because much is often killer. So. How much man I did talk to Batman for? That sets up in Justice League 2. After all the movie, after the Manager 2, we do set up in we've been putting in for.
Well, I'll be after the reboot because
This is Justice League 2. The Batman had to team up with Deathstroke,
Joker,
Zatanna, Flash,
Mhm.
and and Joker obviously because Joker in the timeline even though. Joker won a wild card, so we don't know if we got it or not. But this is a good 2. They tried to play Darkseid, they fail. Maybe Darkseid wins. And they said, okay, we screwed up. Something went wrong. So, Flash, you have to go back in time and warn me and Johnny to not be a screw up.
Yeah.
And Flash agrees, goes back in time. Maybe sets up that scene with BBS, but trying to make it a lot more clear and get the message across. Because they all ran the key, which that's still a thing that's a good move in that movie. But anyway, yeah, we set that up. They after Justice 2, and they set up after that timeline, and then that fast one Batman. Batman accept the warning, go to Superman, tell him that look, we screwed up, and we need actually to fix it and do it the right way.
Mhm.
And this sets up at the Justice 3, which is the final movie, and so the all the character volume because Endgame started like invented Endgame. We have Cut Them All, the Mall family. Yes, I'm going to DC Cut Them All. Shazam Cut Them All. That's his name.
That's fine. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
They can't stop us.
They can't stop us. Have the Mall family team up actually with Justice. They meet. Okay, they meet Superman with Justice. You want Black Adam there? Fine, I'll Black Adam there. All the hero team up. The CSA, Justice. Well, okay, they don't see that in the universe. So I can't use them. Dang it. Fine. CSA, Justice. Black Adam, Marvel family, all team up in one big epic final battle against the League of Doom, and then all team up and fight against Darkseid. They kick butt, they save the day, and this end is going to with one final trade with Batman on the Aquaman himself. If you can remember, Batman didn't want the show, so we have Batman actually die, but he's Aquaman himself, and then Rose Went survived, obviously. Mm-hmm. And this sets up the ending of my entire my plan. The Super Son. Have Damon Wayne and John be born at the same time. It's called Young Justice. The end said, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I'm gonna get Super Son, and just set the next generation of heroes with John and Superboy, Damon Wayne. Set up next generation of heroes. They find Tim Drake. They find me at the Walt kid because I forgot Barry. We're gonna have him do him. I would kill that off, but kind of cut damn nerves. But this set up Wally Web become a new Flash.
Yeah.
And this sets up the next time the heroes. Everyone have to go after and add for a new Batman. Maybe that's just Boogie. Obviously, we probably reboot it at the end of the SnyderVerse because we can't keep everything forever. And this sets up a new universe. But this sets up a Super Son for the future and sets up a Wally Web new Flash. Maybe Nightwing alive, not dead. Keith Dick Grayson alive, not killed off.
It would be kind of cool if they made Dick Grayson Red Hood in the SnyderVerse. Just saying.
I'm not that idea, but it'd be kind of in Darkness Strikes Again.
As a Nightwing fan, I'm gonna say hell no.
But here's the thing, though. The fact that Dick Grayson is the Robin that's dead actually perfectly explains why Robin's death would make Batman go down that dark path that he was at in BVS.
Rant time. It's really fucking stupid that they had.
Keep it PG, dude.
It's really freaking stupid that they have. Never mind.
No, I get. I would curious as well. But honestly, it's like, you're gonna be PG, and I would agree with that. But yeah, Dick Grayson alive again at the end of Justice 3. You made this reboot, everyone's saved, and Dick Grayson alive, and this set that the Teen Titans exists in the universe, and the rest is history. That's how I end that's how we show the SnyderVerse. I get my way, I get Super Sons, and I get the heroes.
That works.
And Scream. Yep.
That works. Honestly, that's a fantastic thing, and I'm going to give you a clip for that. I'm going to give you that.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right, Teladia, impress me.
All right. So as you guys well know, we got Black Adam coming. We've got Aquaman. We've got the Flash, right? And Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Now, how the SnyderVerse can be restored? One thing, right? Well, three things, right? Firstly, you bring back Henry Cavill's Superman as a cameo appearance in what's it called? In Black Adam, right? Makes sense. Makes perfect sense to have Henry Cavill to come back, do this major thing. And second thing, in Shazam Fury of the Gods, Wonder Woman's cameo, approves the fact that, you'll have Gal Gadot in there, the gods, and that can set up Wonder Woman 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
then Shazam... have a good night, Nick. I'll see you later.
All right, thanks for having me on. You guys have a good one.
Anytime, brother.
Alright, see you next.
Okay.
All right, so go on, Teladia.
As I was saying, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, the Wonder Woman cameo sets up Wonder Woman 3. Black Adam sets off Man of Steel versus Black Adam, so to say, for the Black Adam movie 2, which is still, by the way, it'll be like, so the ending of Black Adam, so to say, right, takes up to the just before, I would say, just after the events of Justice League, right? If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, of
So
course it
he's still in the black suit, so to say, and he comes up and approaches Black Adam, right? In Wonder Woman, obviously, like I mentioned, the gods, Wonder Woman 3, whatever that movie will be, and then what's it called? The Flash, obviously Ben Affleck's in both the Flash and Aquaman, set up the big thing that is gonna talk about Darkseid, right? Darkseid, the final crisis is coming, and then you could do the Batfleck solo film, which will feature Leslie Grace. That's the way I would do it.
Yeah.
And introduce the introduction of Batgirl into the DCEU. That way, her portrayal as a Batgirl would be brooding, but at the same time it'd be like on the same level as Batman the Animated Series. That's the best way to put it, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Except they wouldn't be.
But there will be a couple.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tevya. Because that was one of the many problems I had with the Timverse. He was clearly trying to push that.
Yeah, he was. Right?
I wouldn't push that. I wouldn't push that. That's something I would not push.
Yeah.
But I would also like do Man of Steel 2, but introduction of Supergirl, right? You do the introduction of that, and within Man of Steel 2, the main villain is Brainiac.
Of course.
Which I talked about.
Bryan Cranston playing as Brainiac. I know. I've heard you say this many times. Oh, by the way, Master Sergeant says Nolan Snyder did not set out to create a shared universe. The pitch was a development story regarding Superman. WB flipped the script and decided Man of Steel could be used to reboot their DCEU. Yeah, that's why a lot of the issues, and that's why I always tell people, most of the issues people have with Snyder's movies are Warner Brother created problems.
Yeah, they're not Snyder's fault. Snyder just wanted to tell a Superman story. Yes, they made him perfect, but he wanted to make it 1, 2, and 3. That was his plan. Change.
One more thing I'll bring up, and then I'll talk later. I apologize for interrupting, but I was watching Enosh's stream on the Poindexter Lounge, and one of the people he had on the stream said, "Okay, so the time to be doubting to be like expressing concerns and doubting your creative's vision is when you're interviewing them to be hired to basically create your DCEU, not in the midst of the creation of your DCEU. Once they're hired, that's it. You're done. Just tell them, get me these movies. We're done." Sorry, mini rant over. Go ahead, Teladia. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good. You doing the rant is fine. As I was saying though, when it comes down to where they do after Man of Steel 2 is they do Wonder Woman 3, of course, and then you do Justice League 2, right? And you do the introduction of, obviously we've in the Snyder Cut originally where we were going to have Green Lantern anyway, but in that introduction you get the reintroduction of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart combined as the two Green Lanterns to be a part of the Justice League, right? And what comes in that second Justice League film? Darkseid and his approach to invade Earth. But obviously the Green Lantern Corps are heavily involved in this. You have the Trinity doing their thing as well, and the rest of Justice League members doing their thing. Obviously, we know the Flash movie is still coming out, so we don't need to touch that. Aquaman as well, we know about that. But yeah, I think mainly just Justice League 2 would be the invasion. Like, you know how Justice League War was?
Yeah, I remember.
The animated
That was
movie.
such a great movie. Yes.
Yeah, but that movie too. Yeah.
So that's what it needs to be for the DCU. A Justice League War type of film where
But a bigger scale.
but on a bigger, grander scale. But this time, you have the Green Lantern Corps. You have, the Titans if you wanted to,
Yep.
and so on and so forth, right? And then Justice
Mhm.
League 3 is the final crisis.
Yep. Question.
Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Dora, but who on your Titan roster?
Who would be on the Titans roster? Obviously, for
Yeah.
me, it'd be Cyborg. Cyborg
But
Mhm.
would move
Cyborg's on the
from,
Justice League.
but he'd
You
move
have
from
to tell
the.
me.
But if you
What?
think about it, sorry, I was gonna say he would move from the Justice League to the Titans, right?
Didn't they
Yep.
kind of say that in Justice League versus Teen Titans? He goes, "Why don't you play in the big leagues? You don't go back."
He did, but
Yeah.
then he went back to then at the end of that movie.
But you gotta remember, though, right, Jared? You gotta remember this. He was an original Titan.
He
That's
was a
true.
Titan member first before Justice League.
Before
Mhm.
Before
Justice League, he was
New 52 reboot everything.
before in the 80s he was known as a Titan. Obviously, there's
Yep.
no Dick Grayson
Mhm.
because they
Which is
killed him off in
kind
DC.
of a shame, but we need a Robin.
Red Hood.
No, Red Hood be another team. I did Tim Drake. Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah, Tim Drake, and then obviously you bring Wonder Girl because that would be a
Yep.
really good introduction to her. For her to have a little moment, Wonder Girl, that would be introduction in Wonder Woman 3, of course.
Mhm.
Yep.
I would also do who else is there? Blue Beetle, because Blue Beetle is still
Yep.
happening.
I mean, latest.
Jaime Reyes, yeah. And then you got Beast Boy, the introduction of Beast Boy and
And
Starfire.
Raven. And Raven.
That's a good idea, PK. By the way, he could still be on the Justice League, but like be like an instructor / mentor for the Titans.
I'll be up for that.
And by the way, PK, Donna Troy, obviously.
I love
obviously,
Cassandra. I love Cass, but Don Troy is the first one to go technically speaking.
And by this is why Warner Bros. Discovery is focused. This is what they're focusing on what they can, which is the Shazam material and the Suicide Squad material. Yeah, they're focusing on what makes money. Which again, that's why the SnyderVerse is coming back, because it makes money.
It
So-
makes money, yeah.
It does
Sorry,
make money.
and the fact is that WBD wants quality over quantity, right? And they know that
Marvel is doing quantity. Sorry.
One time.
they know that Final Crisis is going to be a big major event. For
Mhm.
Justice League
Mhm.
2, the introduction, him coming to Earth would be a big thing, and then him in the third film, you kill off Batman, basically.
Yeah.
That would be Ben Affleck's send off, and then
That
what
works.
they could do, is then after that event, you know how Batman goes back in time and stuff like that in Final Crisis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They could
And
bring a new actor in, and at the same time, he could save his Robin, and that process will bring
But
back.
Darkseid want to send him back in time.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I know,
have-
but think about it though, logically, right? You send Batman back in time through the Omega Beam, he still has to go through the same events he previously did, right? But he won't make the same
True.
mistake twice. Batman's always precautious. Am I right? Am I wrong, guys?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
His contingencies have contingencies.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense for that.
What I would do, there's one thing I would add to that, is that there's this there's this great meme, by the way. If you look at like the scene where it shows the men like burying their mother box, which I'm like, first off, it's humankind when our best idea on how to hide a mother box is just dig a hole and throw in the hole. But
Yeah.
if you look at one of the dudes on the horses looks like Ben Affleck. So my thought is, what if the absolute last shot of Justice League 3 is just that is Batman, and he was sent back in time?
So it's like a time loop.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Final
no,
Crisis.
okay.
Exactly what happened in Final
Okay.
Crisis and
Yeah.
the return of Bruce Wayne.
Or that Bruce Wayne miniseries.
Yeah.
They have that set up, and people have conjectured that because they know where the story goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
And it makes sense. It'll make money, but they bring back a different actor. That's the way it would be. They bring back a different actor, right? And
The question is, who would put Batman as Ben Affleck?
Or
You can't
wait.
pass him.
Here's an
Exactly.
idea. what they'll do is they could do a time jump from Justice League from like the death of Batfleck to the next movie and make it's the kid who becomes Batman, because the plan is whether or not it's Lois or it's Clark's or Bruce's kid, the kid eventually become Batman.
True. I'm hoping it's not John, because I love his character. I want to become Batman Beyond.
No,
What about Return to Guinness?
No, it's not. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be any of that because they scrapped the idea already. So it's not going to have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bruce's kid. That idea is gone because it just don't forget the storyboards went out.
Oh, yeah.
So storyboard's going to change.
So it has to change that, and it has to be hidden. So that's what I'm saying.
This would be a good occasion to have Leslie Grace's Batgirl take over. This would be the legitimate case because the Batfleck's dead.
True,
Yeah.
but I have a better alternative. Do Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis. Boom.
But Batfleck is dead.
Oh, yeah, good point. But then again, to be fair, Terry McGinnis actually created the Man of War. Because remember, she stole Bruce's DNA.
But still, Bruce still served as a mentor for Terry McGinnis. He made the suit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Dang it.
So, but I know what you're doing, Tevya, and I agree with you. If Batfleck had not died, that's where I would progressively put the story on into a Batman Beyond thing.
Same.
So, Teladia, carry on, or is that it?
Yeah.
Now, I was gonna also say that the way it ends, like obviously Justice League 3, but then what would they do with Justice? They'll do other spin-offs like the Supergirl movie, and have Henry Cavill as special guest, and then they can do the Batgirl movie, and then they can focus on Outlaws. That would be really cool to bring Outlaws.
That's the Red Hood movie.
That would be a Red Hood movie, an Outlaws
Who would
film.
be on the Outlaws team?
Well, it would be Red Hood. Wait,
Red Hood.
would you?
Okay, go on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's going to be Red Hood, Bizarro, and Artemis.
The best lineup. There you go. Rebirth, baby. That works.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that storyline. First off,
What
that's
New
fantastic.
52? New 52 was bad, but Rebirth on perfection. Scarlet made that team amazing.
Who would play? Who would you cast as like Artemis?
And who will get Bizarre?
Well, Bizarro, you can just do. You can Henry Cavill in makeup because that's who Bizarro is.
Oh yeah.
And he would make a lot of money from it because it's Henry Cavill. Everyone wants it.
Think about it. He would get royalties from 2 characters.
Yeah, he will get one.
Yeah.
Years.
There you go. He has even more of a monster, and plus he can justify a massive contract. But anyway,
I mean, they just speaking about Bizarro though. I mean, they did that on Superman and Lois, and he worked.
Yeah, they did.
fine.
It was amazing.
yeah, look good. I still have to watch season 2. I was waiting for it to come on HBO Max, so I'll watch it and then I'll talk about it. But in terms of who would you cast, Teladia, and then I'll ask you, Tevya, for Artemis?
Artemis, really? I can only think of one person that she has to be young. And what's her
Young-ish.
youngish,
Yeah.
right? She has to be in her teens. I was thinking that girl from X-17 from Logan.
She doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
Artemis
actually,
is not that young.
No.
Yeah,
She's already older up right now. She's already in the 14s, 15s, right? Right now.
Actually, I think you're thinking of Green Arrow's like Ward Artemis. We're talking about Artemis the Amazon.
We're talking about Artemis.
I'm talking about I'm talking about what you're talking about, but I'm saying the actress who plays her, who plays X-17 right now.
X-23.
X-23, yeah.
X-23. Yeah, sorry, X-23. That's what I meant to say. Yes, X-23. She'd be the right age for Artemis, in my opinion, because she has to. If you think about it,
remember, Artemis is kind of Diana's age.
Yeah,
Based on the
she's a lot
comics.
older.
in the comics, yes, but I think she's above 20 at least minimum. So
well, let's not forget Diana's 5,000 years old. So
Yeah, she is.
they wouldn't unless they go from the old Wonder Woman movie and get one of those people to come in. Robin
they could
Wright
just have some random like redhead be like, there was never just one Amazon.
or
they
maybe
could do-
Robin Wright, who was one of the Amazonians.
But didn't she die? She
I
was
thought
the
it was-
general who died, right?
Was it her? I can't remember, but
Yeah, I found her.
And that's Artemis. Yeah, see, that's Artemis. She's about Diana's age.
Yes, you're a giant axe.
So that's why I'm like, X-23, really?
Yeah, so my question to you is, right, who would you cast as Red Hood?
Jensen Ackles.
Tevya?
That's all I got for it, dude.
Jensen Ackles. He voiced him in the movie.
He did. He did.
Jensen
And also
Ackles,
with Soldier Boy
would he-
in The Boys.
Would he
Mhm.
do it, though? That's the question, though. That's the biggest question. Would he?
Well, isn't this experiment who we would at least ask to play these roles? It's not who would
Yeah.
realistically do it.
I mean, I think he would. I think he would do it,
Mhm.
but at the same time, he's playing the DC animated movie for Batman, which is a big.
That's true.
That's
could
true.
confuse
Yeah,
people.
he's voicing in Batman.
Okay, if I can't use him, I'd use Chris Pratt.
Really? I didn't see
Have you seen the Terminal List?
Yes.
No.
What's the Terminal List? He can play a revenge-minded badass.
I
Yes.
guess that makes sense.
I mean, he's got the physique for it. So
Yeah.
Chris Pratt
Yeah.
has. And it makes more sense, like, obviously, to have Jensen Ackles, obviously logical sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know, but I honestly think that, yes, I think that would be the best way to restore the Snyderverse.
And
To
by
have
the way,
all
Crime
these-
Corgi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to respond to this. And yes, for Crime Corgi, I'm going to give you this.
What is your profession?
Sorry about that. Just had to put that in because I had a good comment. And yes, it will be restored. Thank you. Okay, so we've talked about how it will be restored.
Wait, I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know I did my casting choice for Artemis.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I find my casting for Artemis. I'm not good at casting, but if I had to choose, I would go with the actual redhead because
Thank you.
it's not good gender. They have not good gender justice. So I'm going to actual redhead. Now, do I know a redhead? Not really. I actually wait.
Emma Stone.
No.
She's a redhead.
Oh yeah, she's redhead that too. But I think I do have an alternative. Maybe.
What was she in? The actress you think of? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I know. The actor from Doctor Who. She and from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't watch Doctor Who, so
Okay. Yeah, she played Nova in Nebula. Yeah, that actress. I think she'd be a great Artemis.
or Amelia Clark. If we can't get her playing
No.
Mara, Teladia, you had to ruin
I'm trying to screen share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teladia, you had to be a party pooper. Oh,
Yeah.
the girl who plays Nebula in the MCU.
Yes.
That-
I think she would be perfect at the
That actually is not a bad pick. That honestly is not a bad pick. If she can play a physical, like a warrior-like character, nice job.
Thank you.
That's honestly that's better than who I was gonna do.
Indeed, because anyway, next is not great never. I think she could be a great Artemis. Because that badass per. I think she can do it. It's amazing.
And then Crime Corgi says Ben Affleck is back to replace Keaton in Aquaman 2, and they said they will make the Flash better. Yes, that's the first thing, very key there. They're going to improve the Flash. They're going to improve the ending. Affleck will still be the main DCEU Batman. Batgirl got canceled. New regime like Henry Cavill Supes. Yes. In other words, here's the thing. Here's how I'm 100% sure. 100% sure, mind you, and I believe Teladia, you're with me on this. 100% sure it's coming back. Because there's too many signs that point toward that direction. Now, it could all be coincidence, but this many coincidences at once.
Mm-hmm.
This many.
That's not coincidence.
Yeah, it gets to a point where it's not really a coincidence. It's just fact. It's just fact. So now I'm going to ask you one last question that I think we're all going to really like. Now, which SnyderVerse project are you the most excited for? I'm gonna go first. Ben Affleck Batman, because I want to see Batman versus Deathstroke. I just want to see that. Anyone that's seen that Arkham Origins cutscene trailer of him fighting Deathstroke knows what that will look like. Plus,
I'm
on the assumption that Ben Affleck is the best actor to have ever played Batman. And to have him finally, and he's the one that's never gotten his own Batman movie. And here's the other key part, and this is why he's the best Batman. He's a fan of the character. He loves the character. It's like Henry Cavill as Superman. You notice that when the people are genuine fans of the characters, that they're normally the best at portraying those characters. So I want to see that fandom rewarded.
Yep.
Plus, again, if you've seen like the cuts, the actual like art for the Batfleck suit, I'm actually going to share that because they released like sort of like concept art for what his bat suit would look like. Batfleck movie suit. And I think this looks really dope. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Check that out. And yes, Crime Corgi, the Batfleck movie is the unseen masterpiece. Look at this bat suit.
That was pretty cool.
Look at that.
Ooh.
That is just so cool. I want to see all this.
Same.
So now I'm going to go to you, Tevya. What SnyderVerse project are you the most excited to see? Of the ones that we know are like part of the universe, like Justice League, Affleck, Deathstroke, and all that.
I wanted the Snyder movie that usually be confirmed, I think. Oh, the movie we have now. I would like a Manager 2.
Yes!
I want Manager 2. One, I want to see John, but that's going to be 3, obviously. But I want to see Manager 2 for Hurricane Superman. That's 1. 2, if it's going to get Supergirl out there in the movie, she got a movie in the future, I don't know, for my plan. Set it up in the second movie. But the main villain could be Brainiac. Because
of course.
We have not seen Brainiac anywhere in anything but the Krypton show. The Krypton show, it was super underrated. What did they kill sci-fi? Why?
Well, actually, hang on. They also had one of the best appearances of freaking Lobo.
Yeah, they did.
That was such a great Lobo.
That's such a bad Lobo. I love that Lobo in that show.
So
cool.
I agree with you on the Man of Steel 2. In fact, I'm going to give you a very special... Since you mentioned Man of Steel 2, I really have to give you this one.
Not impressed.
All right, Teladia.
Yeah.
Wrong clip.
What? I'm not giving the Batman is dead, bury it clip, because that's supposed to be more positive.
Yeah.
No, this is what we want, the Sparta.
This is what we want.
Man of Steel 2, yeah. This is what we want.
No, I got better clip.
What Sparta clip you're talking about?
I got better clip. Flash time, it's time.
What?
You know when Superman flies with the black suit?
Oh, yeah, I do need that. I'm going to make that one. There's so many clips I have to make. Jeez.
Yeah.
the dangers of being a podcast host.
No. I could share a clip, but
okay, cool.
I don't want to send it to continue to copyright.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah,
all right, Teladia, what SnyderVerse project are you the most excited for?
Your boy, Superman Man of Steel 2, baby.
There you go.
The one and only.
And I'll give you this. Yes, there you
go. It's a necessity to bring Superman back to the forefront of things.
And he's going to do that. That's what Zaslav was going to do.
He has to now. At this point, that's next. Has to be the next project after Flash.
Yeah.
There's one character on with Superman. We have not got a Superman movie in 10 years.
2013.
How is that impossible?
How is that? Yeah, exactly, Tevya. How does that happen? The guy that started your company. It's not just like some character. This is the dude that your entire company is based on.
Yeah, and not just that. He set the entire superhero genre. He was the first character.
That clip sums up my reaction to the canceled Supergirl, Batgirl, and also an awful CW show. So in that case, you know what, Corgi? I'm going to give you it again. Yeah, there you go. And yes, they are sinking. I appreciate you, Corgi. So, have I said the project I'm the most excited for? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I said it was Batman. So
Batfleck. Yeah.
mhm. On that note, now, okay, now the last question I'm gonna ask you guys before we log off, because we're going for about an hour and a half. What DC movie that's confirmed to come out? And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna add this little addendum so far because you never know with Zaslav what DC movie that's confirmed to come out. In other words, Black Adam, Flash, and Aquaman, and Shazam. Yes, are you the most excited for? Me personally, I mean, I would have to go Flash really because I like multiverse movies and. The idea that it's not going to be like Keaton taking over, I'm more excited for it now, and it's just more time with my boy Ben Affleck. So, there you go. All right, Teladia, you next.
Okay, for me, it has to be between the Flash and Shazam. Not Shazam. Black Adam.
Okay,
Nice.
Because
that's a good choice.
Because if you think about it, Black Adam was featured the Justice Society of America. We've never had that on Scream. Why am I saying Scream? I meant Scream.
Yeah.
I said we never had that on screen. We've only had it on small televisions. Did you say?
Yeah.
Smallville, aka Smallville. So
Or the animated movie.
And Stargirl.
And Stargirl and the animated movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is pretty much it. We've never had it in live action blockbuster movies. So that's why I am really excited for this. For Black Adam and Flash. Because obviously the Flash because the reshoots, the design, and obviously Crimes Corgi says he's excited for Aquaman 2, which
it's Affleck, baby!
It's because Affleck is back.
In fact, I have security camera footage of Ben Affleck showing up in Aquaman. I had to do that. That's such a badass clip.
Funnily enough, that Batmobile is in Batman Arkham Knight. Just to mention that to you.
Yeah, except here's the annoying part: you can't use the machine guns.
No,
and they're on the car too. It's not like they took them out; they're on the freaking car. You can use the suit though, and the suit looks dope.
The suit they made in that game.
And the cape is kind of torn too. They kind of show you that this is a very old Batman.
Yeah, and the other Batman suit, getting the Batman suit and that suit weird because the face mask.
It's a little more tactical. The Arkham Knight.
It's more military than the actual weird Batman suit. But
because you're fighting the Arkham Knight, so that kind of makes sense. But
that makes sense.
My only complaint about the Ben Affleck Batman suit in Arkham is that I know this is a little too much to ask. But it would have been cool if, like, when Batman talked in the movie, they gave him the voice changer effect. That would have been cool. So PK says the appeal of the Flash movie has been going up and down during these last few years. True. Black Adam, on the other hand, has been in waiting for The Rock to be available since calling dibs. Yeah, they've been wanting to make a Black Adam movie for like a decade, I think.
Yeah, like 5 to 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there.
Yeah. Dang, time flies.
It's so old. I know. I remember seeing Man of Steel in theaters. That's how old I am, boys.
Yeah, I remember. Same. I went to Man of Steel day one. Same with BVS.
Yeah.
I remember the energy, by the way, when Wonder Woman first showed up in BVS. And I've said this before in the stream. I'm going to say it again. My one problem with that movie is the marketing, because if they had not told you that Wonder Woman was showing up, can you imagine? Because they played off like she's going to be Catwoman, particularly in like the museum scenes of the movie, which is interacting with Bruce. But when she's going off the plane and the flight attendant goes, "Miss Prince," guys like us are going to go like, did she just say Prince? And then she comes down, and then you have the Junkie XL Wonder Woman theme, which is one of the greatest themes ever put to music, comes on, and I'm like,
oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, not just that. They before she went on the plane, they showed the equipment to all gentlemen. She had the Aquaman first, then she had and then she had the Wonder Woman symbol.
They could have cut out the part of Bruce looking at her photo and her being. In other words, they could have done something to make it a little more hard to believe. Or, you know what, they could have just left in that photo, had the audience like understand that this is Wonder Woman from that. No, the marketing doesn't tell you Wonder Woman's in the movie. That scene is when you finally realize it. Then she walks out and you realize, oh, we're getting Wonder Woman in action. Barry PK also adds, it's weird how the movies give the impression that Batman only has one suit and no spare suit parts. That is true, honestly.
That is true. That's every movie.
He doesn't have, well, actually, no, because in the Val Kilmer Batman movie, remember, he does change suits in that.
Oh, yeah, he does in Batman Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, in Batman Forever, he changed suits. So he does have a solo in that movie.
Yeah.
Now, all right. So who did I not ask about which movie? Okay, Tevya, go ahead.
Yeah. As for me, the movie I'm looking forward to, the movie we have now, I'm looking for a Bufito. Granted, I don't know if we will add into that of it.
It depends on the test screening for it, so let's hope it's good.
Yeah. Please be good, please.
Because the suit looks so good. Don't waste that suit.
Don't cancel this movie because of touchscreen. Touchscreen are 50-50. Touchscreen are very, whatever. They're 50-50. Don't cancel it because of that. Please. That's what. But honestly, if I put a movie up now, 2 million for you. I'm looking for Fear to God. That is my most movie I think I got delayed thanks to the whole. Okay, man, it won't be occurred because of scheduling. Not scheduling team because of the whole Avatar movie.
That's understandable though.
If you're Fear to God, it broke my heart because. Damn it! That's one I went to December because I don't give it up. Avatar, and that movie is not on my list. But Fear to God.
Plus, Avatar is very overrated. The only reason why that movie was as critically acclaimed is because of the visuals.
True. Yeah, that's true. But Cameron don't have to make that movie for the Pattern Project. But he only made it for years. So I'm going to give that credit. But Fear to God, that will do the movie. I just wanted to. But I had to wait. But honestly, I'm moving up now. Fear to God, I'm looking for that. The Captain Marvel family. The Marvel family. Black Adam, I'm looking for the one with the JSA. I'm looking for the movie. Not Black Adam himself. But other than that, I think that's all. Well, the Batman came out, so I can't use that anymore. But after the other movie that come up in DC, maybe Flash. I'm curious about Flash for 2 reasons. 1, because the reshoots. 2, because the multiverse stuff. Even the movies that be confusing when that turns out. 3, I'm looking for the movie with Supergirl. Movie guy, I like the actor in the actual meeting. So. I do host the 6th ending. I do wish her luck, Josh Beeper. And the American King Batman. I'm very true by that turns out. Also,
how great would it be?
Chain ending.
So there's a scene in The Flash where he's going through all the different worlds, and you can see like all different multiverse. How great would it be if he passed into one world and then the Super Sons come across the screen?
I would be smiling.
The live action Super Sons. That would be dope.
That would be the best thing in that movie. Like 10 out of 10. That would be for me.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So on that note, unless you guys have anything else to just say, I guess we can wrap it up. Go ahead, Teladia. What's up?
You mind if I plug myself?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, guys, if you aren't following me on Twitter and my YouTube page, then links in the description. I've just recently done a podcast episode with my co-host DC Comics Gamer, where Jared will be joining me on Inside the Multiverse in about 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks. In the on the 27th of August, which is not a long way to go. But he'll be joining me as a guest, so we'll be talking about Gamescom Multiverses, because they've just announced something for Multiverses Season 1. They've just announced classic arcade mode, new rank mode, variants for LeBron James, which is a Robin, a new icon, and Rick and Morty have just been announced as well.
Of course.
So we'll be discussing that on the podcast, and also mods and all of that within the game. So that's something we're looking forward to discussing. And also the whole WBD movies once their trailers do drop. Because I think there's going to be a couple of trailers. Oh, and Gotham Knights as well.
Heck yeah. Oh, and by the way, I have one more good question for both of you. You just reminded me. What character do you guys want to see in multiverses that hasn't been announced yet? Mine, Of course, Super Sons, Tevya. Of course.
Of course, he's gonna pick that. Yeah.
There you go.
For me,
What about you, Teladia?
For me, it's gonna be easy and simple, straightforward. Static Shock.
Oh, that's a
Static.
good one.
Yeah, Static Shock. Go Static.
Mine's actually an unconventional one. Jessica Cruz.
Oh yeah, Jessica Cruz.
Please give me J. Cruz. I've never played this in a game, and I really want to.
Interesting
Same.
pick.
She's my favorite Green Lantern.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, if you don't know, me and Jared will be doing something on Multiverses once he got free time, and I'll be doing it on my YouTube page, which is at
Ooh.
Teladia Plays. Make sure you do sub there, because
Mhm.
if you don't get notified, you won't be notified for Gotham Knights. You won't be notified between my matches against Jared, which will be epic. I'm pretty sure he'll have it on PC. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it on box, but I'll download it on PC.
Yeah, because then you can use the mod then. So
Mhm.
you'll be able to have a fun time.
Yeah, go ahead, Tevya.
Yeah, but after me, if I can't get back to my boy John and Superboy, I do have a second choice.
Okay, go ahead.
I would love to see the ultimate at the if I can send Staggerite taken. I would love to see some Icon maybe at the end.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because we just seen Young Justice, and I pretty bad at all time. I'm very high with that. So maybe we can see the Icon Rocket being multiverse. If I can get Super Sons, then of course second. Not the Flash, obviously, Wall Red Flash, but
The
Icon Rocket. Yeah,
The thing about Icon is that he could be like a skin for Superman because he's pretty much Superman.
Yeah, he
so,
is, but for the Marvel universe.
yeah, so I would put him as more as a skin, not necessarily a separate character, because it would be kind of redundant, right?
Yeah, that's really redundant.
You could put Rocket in there, definitely.
Yeah, Rocket.
I
I remember Rocket.
All right, that works. And in the comments, real quick, who would you want to see in the multiverses? And while we wait for people to put that in, all right. So, have any of you guys seen the Prey movie?
I did.
No,
I
haven't.
did a little bit.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna
So
be
good.
Good.
So it's the best Predator movie of all time.
Yeah,
I'll be
it's been Predator
taking
movie since Predator 1.
I'll be taking time to watch that tonight.
And by the way,
overnight.
I love how the director had one suggestion for the marketing, which I think would be a fantastic idea. I get why they couldn't do it, but it would be cool, is that they didn't tell you it was a Predator movie until you're actually watching the movie. Can you imagine? It's like you're watching a Native American movie. All of a sudden, a freaking Predator shows up.
Yeah, that would be an amazing surprise.
Yeah,
By the way, there was a Predator game.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
But it's PlayStation, and but I did have the Aliens versus Predator Xbox game, which was
I love that game.
playing as a xenomorph is the most. Ironically, well, actually, unironically, playing as the human is the worst part of the game. Playing as the Predator,
The Marine campaign was boring. It was just predictable.
it was too generic of a sci-fi
It was
campaign.
generic.
Where when you're playing as an alien, how many of us when watching the Aliens movies go, "I want to play as an alien," and you can actually face hug people, but I had the most fun playing as a Predator because you can jump on trees.
That's my big campaign of all the campaign. You get more Predator lore, and you get to put in the Predator as a story. It's
Yeah,
pretty badass.
you can like cloak yourself. You can jump. You can like disintegrate. You can take trophies. That is just so. It makes you feel like a predator, and you have their vision. And you can click. I'm like, oh, this is dope.
It's so cool. Also, you put the Predator alien hybrid from the movie, but do it a lot better. It's better.
It's way better than
It's way better than
There's not that much. See, here's the thing about that movie. You can't get much worse than the Aliens versus Predator franchise.
True.
Case in point, and I said this in my review of Prey because I talked about this. You can't put the aliens on Earth.
Yeah.
They will take over. At least in AVP 1, they kind of made it more like isolated. So it's a little more.
I get him a pass, but I do like them. On my birthday.
AVP 2, they put them in a suburb town.
With everything going to hell because AVP 2 is such a terrible movie.
The Predator part was cool. I like the Predator in that, where he's using the cannon as an actual pistol. I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh. Also, the Predator actually trying to find comrades and give the respect and set self-destruct.
Yeah, I love that.
You got all the weapons, who's badass. That's the one by the Predator. I want the Predator to win battalion. But get those stupid humans here and get them in.
Yeah, just show us the aliens. Just show us Can't we have a movie that's just the Predators?
Yeah.
That's it. The Predators versus aliens on some planet. That's all we want.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Because here's the problem with these alien movies. Transformers is guilty of this, arguably the most.
True.
They focus too much on the humans. This is a movie about robots that can transform into vehicles, punching the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superboy Prime did a great actor with the team acting help at the Autobots. That makes them get work on that show. Why is it that hard to do good Transformers? Oh, I thought we did get Bumblebee. Bumblebee was a good movie.
Bumblebee was dope. I love Bumblebee.
That's the one good Transformers movie.
I will say the Predators movie that came out a while back, that was good.
I love that movie.
We don't talk about the Predator 2018. I recently watched that last night. I was like, yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But Teladia, what's your favorite Predator movie?
The original with what's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If it bleeds, we can kill
it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That's such a great movie. See, with me, Prey is tied with the first one as number 1 and Predators is number 2. But Prey was just so good. I didn't expect it to be this good.
Same.
But exactly, Teladia, watch it and DM me your reactions because that is so. Because I want to know what you actually think of the movie.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it like tomorrow because tonight it's already like 2 in the morning, so I'll probably watch it tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, both Predator 1 and 2 work well. Predator 2 worked because it was like the Predator in basically a jungle. Oh, and Crime Corgi says Predator 1, okay, Prey. Predator 2, my opinion. Okay, that's actually a solid opinion because Predator 2 is not that bad.
Predator 2, I thought was fine for when it was, but it didn't count.
From there, it went way downhill.
Yeah, it did.
But
to be fair, I'm going to do AVP.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Teladia.
How long is the movie?
1 hour
and a half.
Okay, then that's not bad. Then I was gonna say if it's 2 hours, 3 hours, I would like nah.
It's not Zack. It's no Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It's not that long.
Can you imagine Zack Snyder's Predator?
Oh,
he would be. Oh boy, I want that. You know, it's kind of funny. I say these things, then I realize, no, I actually want that. That was a joke, but I'm like, no. I want to see that. It was kind of funny. You put Zack Snyder's name in front of any movie, it gets way better. Zack Snyder's Pride and Prejudice.
What? I never that one.
No, Zack Snyder's Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, like an actual adaptation of Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Because he kind of had Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
but, Zack Snyder's Batman Begins.
Well, they already done that.
That was Nolan, I know.
Yeah, that's Nolan. Zack Snyder.
I got it. Zack Snyder's New Gods.
Yes.
I can't even work.
Dude, that would be dope. And it's the origin of Darkseid.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I got a Darkseid Green Lantern because he did catch Jon Stewart.
Yeah, but can I just say, I want a Darkseid movie, a Darkseid origin movie, because they've shown that they can make a villain movie. But can you imagine?
Joker, they did the Suicide Squad.
Exactly. Can you imagine if they did a Darkseid movie?
Yeah.
Particularly if you have like someone like Snyder or Nolan or like James Cameron or someone that's good at doing sci-fi directing it, and Ray.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and Ray Porter's voicing Darkseid. That's the requirement. You have to have Ray Porter because that Darkseid voice. It's gravelly. It's evil.
Yeah, it works.
And he'll say, "We're ready, the Armada."
Well, okay. You know what? Since you made that pun, Teladia, I'm gonna play 2 clips in order. Okay.
Anti-life is found to sod, and we will stop at nothing to possess it. Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Can I say one thing? So for a movie that had the VFX done during quarantine, that looks flawless.
It looks amazing.
What the heck? Particularly if you look at the shot of Steppenwolf when he's going, so begins the
end.
How that armor moves. I'm like, the MCU has no excuse. If we have a movie like this that came out during quarantine, no. I don't want to hear anything about Marvel. By speaking of people that love Zack Snyder, VFX artists love working with him. I'm just gonna put that in there.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, PK Shades said instead of Joker 2, Warner Brothers should make another villain movie about another villain. Yeah, instead of Joker 2, just make a
we don't need Joker 2.
if we're in the Snyderverse, Deathstroke.
I mean,
Is that the
Deathstroke.
origin movie?
I mean, Deathstroke would be cool, but I think
That was part of the plan. That was part of the plan.
Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze
why-
would be another really good one as well.
Mr. Freeze would be
Mr.
really good.
Freeze, maybe, but no. Wait, I got another one. Why not direct the Metallo? Metallo would sort of be interesting.
No, Metallo's too obscure of a character. Mr. Freeze is
Dang it.
Or Brainiac.
What that could
Brainiac
work?
would be, well, Brainiac would be featured in Man of Steel too. If you think about it.
Oh yeah, he
I
would
got
be
it.
interesting to do.
Lex Luthor.
They already done
which
that.
one? Get the Lex
No,
Luthor
an
or-
origin movie for Lex Luthor.
That
I thought they did that in
could
BVS.
actually work.
They didn't really. Okay, they kind of did, but
Yeah.
oh, here's Master Sergeant. That's one of the reasons why DC has historically delivered more quality than Marvel. Even Suicide Squad managed an Oscar for makeup. That's true. Wait a second. Wait a second. The studio cut got an Oscar.
The studio cut did.
Oh, but
Not
don't worry about it because Zack Snyder's Justice League won an Oscar. Just
It did.
saying. Even if it's not like the trophy, it's still it said the Oscar award for fan favorite goes to. So it won a freaking Oscars. Take that, Justice League. And since I said that name, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know I keep saying it.
Why did you say that name?
I know, but I had to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
by the way, isn't it kind of funny? We're campaigning for an Oscar-winning director to return to make more movies for Warner Brothers. So,
Yes.
And with the old regime gone finally, maybe we may get a wish.
oh,
Maybe.
well, let me put it this way: the indication, if we get like Warner Brothers releasing the Green Lantern clip from the Snyder cut, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. That we can take as confirmation.
Yeah.
Even though there's already confirmation, but if that happens and Ray Fisher Cyborg shows up in the Flash, then I'm like, ooh, because he was supposed to be in the Flash.
He was, yeah, but then remember, we're going to buy Hamada, which I don't blame him on that one. I'm on his side. I'm going to the origin tree went trash with the BS. With,
Deathstroke movie about how his marriage fell apart because of his missions and cheating on his kids. His kids die on him and trying to be better. Mm-hmm.
Wait, but Rose and Joe died? That sounds depressing.
But remember, the reason why Affleck and the reason why Deathstroke is going after Batman, the Snyderverse, because some action by Batman led to the death of Deathstroke's kid.
True.
Yes.
That's why he said it's personal.
Yeah.
So I would say it's Jericho because that would be more in line per se with what's modern interpretations of that event. Because if you see like,
not Joe, Grant Wilson got killed off. Jericho survived.
but in Titans though,
Oh yeah, in Titan.
in
Jericho
Titans it was
killed
Jericho
off.
who died, air quotes.
Yeah,
But it's kind of that.
yeah, that's true.
But on that note, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I think that's a good place to leave it. Teladia already told us where we can find you, but Tevya, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, you can follow my YouTube channel, Tevya Smolka, both on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch.tv, Tevya Smolka, and shut up, Bill on Twitch. You know, Twitch is on trying to watch an episode a day. We got that.
Okay,
Grand
great.
Joseph died. Rose Owen's still alive. I tried to
Okay.
now I see it on wife. Yep.
Okay, so that's how they can do that. All right, so
Yeah,
and then
that worked.
both of their channels and both their channels and socials I put in the description of the stream, so it'll be there.
Leave a
And
like.
yeah, pound that like button. I have a Deathstroke rant in my currently being edited video. I can't wait to see that.
Ooh, I see
PK.
that.
And by the way, wait. Oh yeah, look, DC Warner Brothers Oscars 7, Marvel Disney MCU Oscars 1. Yeah, exactly. Barry, Master Sergeant, if you ever want to show up on the channel, please let me know. I would love to have you because you seem like you'd fit in here very well. So on that note, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure having you guys on.
Yep,
Mhm.
as always,
Anytime,
pleasure.
man.
And I will see you guys later. And remember, everyone, stay heroic and stay positive because you know what? We're getting at least for the as much of the Snyderverse as we can. Snyder's coming back. He's going to do Man of Steel hopefully soon, and at least may not be next year, but because he has some stuff with Netflix.
You
But
should love a Moon, the film.
but at some point down the line, he's coming back.
Yes.
So on that note, stay heroic, everyone. I will see you later. Bye bye.